Well, it's another Thursday done here at Pine Grove Elementary Science Club, Hernando County, just north of Tampa. And the kids, well, it ended kind of squishy and sweet. We ended up in the strawberry patch and they had a lot of fun. They could have probably picked 2 dozen each, but they ended up with 1 dozen apiece of some of the best strawberries they've ever had. They served their time and they weeded our Florida-friendly garden over there because we got Dr. Seuss night coming tomorrow. And they put a second coat of paint on those projects we did for the PTO. But once again, the group is half the size it was when we started, but boy, they got twice as much work done. And isn't that how it works sometimes? Oh, remember, Mr. Poteet at Pine Grove Elementary reminding you to click the like, subscribe, pursue a love of lifelong learning, and have a blessed day. Mahalos, everybody. This is Mr. Poteet. This is episode number 1 for the sake of just getting started. Imagine that. I was watching a show a while ago and it talked about the Doherty threshold. And it's really amazing once you get the idea figured out in your head. So here's my shot at it. IBM was doing a study to try to find a sweet spot for a computer's response time to the operator so it would be very productive. This was back in the 80s. So not everybody had a cell phone or all the gadgets we do now. And they found out that 2 seconds is what they started with. They click the mouse, gives the operator 2 seconds to think about their thoughts before it responds back. So they ran their test, they gathered their data, and then they said, hey guys, let's take it up to super speed. And super speed is 0.400 of a second. That's half a second. That's the threshold that they have to stay at, to be at the Doherty threshold. Well, they found out that when they click that mouse, that if that computer can understand the question, find the answer, and give it back to them in less than half a second, that it was addicting, that their operators never left the screen. It was addicting. So the reality check that I'm asking you to imagine is, what are we doing to our kids when we give them something with such a quick response time that they're now addicted to it? Biologically and mentally, they're addicted to it. They cannot leave it. Now, I'm guilty in some areas. When I get on my cell phone sometimes and I'm fluffing away, I want my answer now. I got it. But I'm 53 years old. I can put it down and walk away from it. The little kids, not so much. They don't have a big reference to pull from to say, hey, I need to walk away and get back to the real world. All right, so here's a test. Ask your kids about this theory and see if it makes any sense to them. And if it's like you're speaking Chinese, ask them if they know what lagging is and how frustrated they get when the little circle starts to spin because they have to wait. So, Mr. Poteet, imagine that is challenging you if the reality is better than virtual reality.